combined total thrust of 44,000 pounds. That's over 3,000 stone of thrust.
The US Navy wants a beefed up version of the existing multi-role FA-18 Hornet, and that's exactly what they got. The Super Hornet proving capable of replacing several existing platforms, the A6 Intruder in the air-to-ground role, the F-14 Tomcat for the air-to-air. And a abrupt progress, 300 speed as he goes into a high G-turn.
Maxi, the minimum radius, maximum rate turn. You see there the vapour pouring over the aircraft's upper surfaces.
Followed by bouncing over, pushing negative G, levelling the aircraft out, manoeuvring, and then an aileron roll. The Super Hornet saw its first blood in combat in September 2002 during Operation Southern Watch, the imposition of a no-fly zone over southern Iraq. A jet from US Navy Squadron VFA-115 on that occasion attacked some surface-to-air missile launchers and a command and control bunker. Watch him now as he pitches to the right, climbing high with a nibbleman pitch back.
The aircraft has been a huge success, not least for coming into service on time, on budget, and indeed lighter than was originally thought.
And that can't be said of every combat aircraft program nowadays. It's also spawned a very successful derivative, the EA-18G Growler electronic attack aircraft, which first saw action with the US Navy in Operation Odyssey Dawn in Libya last year. The loaded G-roll to bleed the speed off as he prepares for a high alpha pass. Sticks hard back, the aircraft is slowed right down to 120 knots, 16 degrees of alpha.
The Hornet 2000 is earmarked as the Super Hornet as the eventual successor for the US Navy as a replacement for the much loved and indeed iconic F-14 Tomcat.
Type first flew 9th of November 1995 and initial operating capability IOC was attained with Squadron VFA-115 in September 2001. Coming in from the left. That to pitch up into an inverted pirouette in top of it. Positioning out to the right now to come down the centre line for the knife edge pass.
Super Hornet is some 7,000 pounds heavier empty and 20% larger, and has 15,000 pounds more weight at its maximum all-up takeoff weight. But despite the increase in size and weight, the Super Hornet here has a remarkable 42% fewer structural parts than the original Hornet design.
Coming in from the left, abrupt pitch up, he's going to do a square loop. It's a favourite manoeuvre in all
type equips some 13 squadrons of the US Navy's Pacific Fleet and 12 of the Atlantic Fleet, including the VF-31 Tomcatters. It also equips 4
Completing the bottom of that square loop, you'll gain some track miles, keep the burners in, get some speed up to come back through from the right for a high-speed pass. Apart from the US Navy squadrons that Dan just mentioned, the Super Hornets are also in use with the Royal Australian Air Force as an interim measure between the retirement of their F-111s and deliveries of the F-35 Lightning II. It's also in contention for Brazil's FX-2 fighter requirement alongside the Saab Gripen and the Dassault Rafale, both of which we'll be seeing later.
Yes, those Australian aircraft are equipping numbers 1 and 6 squadrons at Amberley near Brisbane, which, like Theft, was an emergency abort field for the space shuttle.
Building speed all the time, diving down, coming in onto the display line from 09, the high-speed pass.
An aircraft which is very much for sale. Current potential customers for the type include the United Arab Emirates, Canada and Bulgaria.
And that's a display that surely would be very attractive to potential customers of this aeroplane. There's no other combat jet that seems to hang in the sky on its engine power like the Super Hornet, an aircraft on which the wing leading edge extensions that you'll see when you see the aircraft a bit closer up allow for higher pitch rates and the attainment of higher angles of attack. And we saw much of that in that display from Ricardo Trevin. His colleague Stephen Schmidt, equally impressive in slightly less favourable weather yesterday.
Absolutely. The aircraft's nicknames are the Super Bug or the Rhino. But that was certainly a very, very impressive and noisy display from the Super Hornet there.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I please have your attention as I have a security message for you. The organisers of the Royal International Air Tattoo have taken appropriate security measures to ensure your safety whilst at Fairford today. However, we need your assistance and would ask that you keep your personal belongings with you at all times. If you do see a piece of baggage which appears to have been left unattended, please tell a member of our staff or a police officer so we can reunite the item with its owner. Additionally, if you do see anything that appears to you to be at all suspicious, please report the matter. Thank you for your cooperation.
Well, now towards the right-hand end, you'll see that specially marked Hawk, flown by Flight Lieutenant Phil Bird, a Fairford local, this season's solo display pilot for the Royal Air Force Hawk T1.
He's getting airborne now to go and either fly past or display, I'm not sure, elsewhere before returning on slot for his solo routine.